Hello ladies and gentlemen, MarauderEX here, back with more Let's Play Shining Force 3 Scenario 3, and a couple of changes that I've made. I've switched out General Spiriel for Rolly the Unicorn, and I feel kind of bad about that because Rolly is very useful, but I just think I'm going to get more fun out of Spiriel, especially since I went to all the trouble to put her as an available character in Scenario 3. As you can see, I made an arc halberd for her, and she has a power ring equipped. Also made another power ring and put it on Proton. And with my last piece of small mithril, I made a gale ring for Kate. So that is all of my small mithril. I still have a ton of large mithril, and there's still a ton that can be purchased. One other thing that I need to do is I need to use some items before we leave. And a couple of things to talk about. One thing is weapon shop. Here in this town, you can buy the low-tier mithril weapons. So, for things like heat axe, whatever the low-tier mithril mace is, I forget which one it is. It might be the Revenge Mace. I don't know. But you can buy the low-tier mithril equipment as standard weapons here. So, if you don't have the mithril and you have the money for whatever reason, it's available here. But there's no reason why you shouldn't have the mithril, and it's cheaper just to make the mithril weapons because it costs less to have a mithril weapon forged. And even if you get the lowest tier, you're still paying less to have that one made out of mithril than to buy it as a pre-made weapon from the item shop. So yeah, keep that in mind. Let's see. Items. We're going to use the armor milk on Honesty because her defense is really low. Defense of 43 as a frontliner. She is my lowest defense person as a frontliner. And part of it is because she is not wearing a power ring, so she does not get that +5 defense boost, which would take her up to the same level as Donhort. So for now, she's going to get the armor milk, and it only increases by 3. Not, I mean, great, but 4 would have been better. And Kate is going to be the recipient of the power wine because she is under the same effect. She does not have the +5 from the power rings because she's wearing a gale ring. I want her defense a little bit higher, and her agility. I want to make sure her agility is high enough to get her in. That's the great thing about ranged units. If they've got higher agility, they can walk up before the enemy, hit them at range, and then you can cover them with your frontline units. So you can get a good couple of quick hits in. But because of that choice, her attack is just a little lacking. And also by 3. Not perfect, but I'll take it. So we can leave the town now, and we head northward. I believe it's north. Maybe a little northeast, considering we have to walk around the river of 1,000 miles. But with the combined power of the Jumzi, I love that. I don't think Median will beat us there. He's got to go back and then... Yeah, he's got a lot longer way to go. So basically, we can cut through the bulzome monks because they're not strong enough, as opposed to waiting. Because the other alternative is we could sit here and wait for Median and travel together, but then Symbios is out on his own. So, alright, so this next fight kinda sucks. Lots of bad guys will show up. Alright, we have pretty much the standard fare. We've got hydras, giant ants, Slash bats, bugbears, hell succubus are now more common. There's several of them floating around the map. And the boss of this map is a chimera, or chimera. I always pronounce it chimera. HP of 120, MP of 12, attack of 70, defense of 42, agility of 24, luck of 9. Freeze and sleep. Freeze is probably the only threat. I don't think he'll actually get off a sleep spell. We also have the ruins here in the center. Thieves will appear shortly after you hit this barrier. So don't touch the bridge. Basically, once we get here, we have to stop and then try to run everyone over as fast as possible. Because the thieves will appear and enter the ruins a couple of turns after we make landfall on that island. So we're going to be careful there. And then bad guys will start spawning all over the place once we hit certain spots. So we want to be careful about how we do this. So we will progress forward as carefully as possible. I probably should have saved it since I just made that last power ring. Should probably save it here. Just in case, you know. We'll do that. One thing I also want to talk about that I don't think I've mentioned. The commanders. The commander class characters, which are Produn, Edmund, Spiriel, any of the big named generals from the previous two scenarios. They are special in which the weapons they can use. Most people can use, our knight classes. Dawnhort can use spears, lances, or halberds. All of them are in the same family. He can use any of them. So he gets the ranged aspect from the spear, he gets the magic aspect from the halberd, he gets the just general attack up from the lance, and you can choose how you wanna use it. The commanders are special. They get to pick one weapon out of each of those classes and use them. Kind of like how David could use the ranged version of each of the family weapons in scenario 2. He could use the spears from the spear family. He could use the tomahawks from the axe family, and he could use the knives from the sword family. So he had that advantage working for him. I'm trying to remember what weapons each of them can use. Spiriel can use halberds from the spear family, and only halberds, so she can't use spears or lances or anything like that. She can use maces out of the axe family, and she can use rapiers out of the sword family. So she does have a very versatile list of weapons she can use. And it's actually been recommended by several players that I do my best to keep all of her abilities leveled up. But she comes standard with level 3 halberd, which means if I start her with any other weapon, her attack is going to plummet. It is going to drop like a rock. And then we also have the other characters, like Produn. Produn can use swords out of the sword family, he can use spears out of the spear family, and I believe he can use tomahawks. So he can use the two ranged ones and then swords for his closer range melee. And then Edmund can use rapiers. I don't remember what all Edmund can use. Edmund was crap. He got the short end of the stick. I think he can only use rapiers, spears, and maybe tomahawks. I don't remember. I didn't pay attention to Edmund because I knew I wasn't going to use Edmund. But I was really tempted to start leveling up Spiriel's other weapons, but again, She starts off level 3 in halberd, so she's going to be considerably stronger in that aspect. So we want to stick with that. And I'm actually going to leave a force back here to guard my rear, because I know there's going to be bad guys appearing behind me once I hit a certain point. My main goal, one of the thoughts that I was having before making Spiriel the Arc Halberd, I was actually thinking about making her a Cursed Halberd. I think it's the Death Halberd, is what it's called. It's the Dark Matter Halberd. It's cursed, it has a really high attack, and since I have the Chaos Ring, I figured, hey, I can equip that to her. She'll be kind of useful, because she'll have a ridiculously high attack, but then the backfiring aspect of that will be once I get the ability to make orichalcum weapons, I'll have to uncurse her, or she's going to be stuck with a weaker weapon. Because the orichalcum weapons beat out damage for any of the other weapons. So we want to make sure we pay attention to that. And yeah, I'm going to leave them back there. Julian can't enter the ruins, so I figure he might as well defend against the things that'll spawn behind me. I may take Cyclops out, and since... yeah, I'll take Cyclops and move him forward. Alright, now I can just rush the main island. That way I can get into the ruins rather quickly. As quickly as possible. I will probably get attacked by one of those groups of bad guys, depending on which direction I go around. And I'll leave the red dragon back here because he won't go in the ruins. Alright, Bugbear appears, Hydra appears, and now is when the bad guys will start, or when the thieves will start to appear from the corners. It's a little scripted event. They'll show up. And gonna get hit. With a freeze level 3. This actually might hurt. I mean, as far as, you know, a standard tier spell goes, yeah, that actually did a fair bit of damage. I'm just gonna ignore it. Really. Alright, let's start attacking things. I'm gonna let Spiriel get as many kills as possible to catch her up in level, because she is now 3 levels behind my hero. Gotta fix that. And that'll heal 2 of the 3 people that got hit by that freeze. And it'll give Isabella some XP, so. And I can almost get my entire force in the ruins. So, yeah, that'll work out well. And we'll have Cyclops attack you, because you had to do it, didn't you? And I missed! Holy crap! And yeah, my flyer's definitely going to need to go in. Alright, take out the Hydra, because Hydras are kind of a threat. And Crossbreak was nice. I actually haven't paid attention to what her attacks are. What are her... Tornado, cross break, death dive, and lightning. Interesting. Alright. Attack with Leon, who is just going to decimate this bugbear. Yep. That's decimate. And hey, a hit for Spirial will kill him. And that's what we want to do, is we want to weaken them severely with the other two characters. Let Spirial get the kill for the ridiculous XP that she's going to get. Only problem is, because she's the weakest, she's also going to be the biggest target. I'm hoping that Hydra doesn't get an attack, because he just spawned. Because if he does, there's a good likelihood he's going to use he's going to use Acid Breath. Oh, at least he's going to attack Julian. That's fair. I don't care if you attack Julian, because Julian can handle it. Spirial is a little bit more of a paper cannon. She can deal out damage. She won't kill the Hydra in one hit, so... Okay, the thieves appeared. Out of my way, I'll be taking the treasure from this room. Screw you, hippie! And it feels so weird having Benetrim say that now, doesn't it? Alright, I can't move her in just yet. So I'll move her there. And kill the succubus. And level up. She's now level 19. That's fantastic. Well done, Kate. The rest of my force, however, should be able to move in. So we'll move everyone in to go rescue the ruins. And we'll spark level 1. This will hopefully do enough damage to where Spirial can kill it in one hit. Yeah, she'll one-shot it now. Yoink. Oh, you can't go into the ruins. It sucks. And alright, so I'm gonna heal 1,000. That's really all I can do. I mean, she can last for a little bit outside. She's got more than enough healing capabilities. And Slash Bat versus Dragon. That would be a very one-sided fight in all reality. Speaking of one-sided fights... And dead! Yeah, that was not a contest. Alright, but Proton and 1,000 can go in, so they will go in. Kill the bugbear with Tornado! Oh, her attack is different. I remember in Scenario 1 she did the stab. So they changed her attack animation for that. A little disappointed by that, not gonna lie. Alright, we're gonna set you there so Bugbear doesn't respawn. That way I only have to focus on killing one thing as opposed to two. Yeah, attack Julian, that's fine. Acid Breath kinda hurts, but we have healing items for that. Alright, and now we're in the ruins, and I'll go ahead and end this episode shortly. The ruins are special because, as you can see, it's dark. There are light switches, and there are spiked walls that we have to deal with, so I'm going to have to do some research on the best path for that. Thankfully, we can deal with it in the next set of turns, so I'll end this episode here. I'll see you guys in the next installment. Till then, later everyone.